Probably what he wants.
Yeah, that's his bag, isn't it? I think the conditions are definitely in his favour, and he ran a little bit better than it looked last time. He didn't get the best of runs around the bend before finishing fifth. He needs to come on, but he's not badly handicapped on the pickery form, and conditions are ideal.
He needs everything to go bang on. He ran in the Eddie Maurice race here last time. That horse is also 4-1. Speed Company, however, is the 7-2 market leader. On the best of his flat form, which included, amongst other successes, a very good win on the Rowley Mile at the Craven meeting under Ryan Moore when he was trained by John Quinn, he would be extremely well in here.
Yeah, I think he's a very well handicapped horse, and I think his chance depends really whether the tongue tie works. He cantered through the race at Doncaster last time out, win third, looked very likely to win 2 out, and then didn't, basically, and he's been running like this as far as he wants to go, and that may be the case, but I thought it was interesting they put the tongue tie on, so whether the jockey reported that something with his wind, I don't know, but he is very well handicapped on his best form on the flat, and he's interesting today, I thought.
In the colours of Alan Stennett, now trained by Ian Williams, Daryl Jacob takes the ride. He, of course, won our big chase today here on Top Notch. If you weren't with us, he told everybody that when Top Notch's racing career was over, he'd be having him, which is a nice touch.
Yeah.
Dino Velvet is now the favourite at 7-2. Eddie Maurice, Speed Company, 4-1, Oakley, 9-2, Magic Dancer, 5. It's tight at the top of the market. Eddie Maurice's victory owed much to conditions last time.
He did. He also... He was pretty well handicapped on the pick of what he'd done. I know it's marked for 2 years when winning, but yeah, and the race turned out absolutely perfect. Conditions were ideal. He's £6 higher now than he was then, but he's run well off mark. I don't think that's put him out of it if the race works out as well and he's in the same form.
Slightly different profile of horse, Oakley, who's probably more of a traditional national hunt horse.
I like him. I liked his win last time out. I do think the handicap has been harsh. That doesn't mean he can't improve and win, but I think the mark he's got on what he actually achieved last time out is plenty.
Magic Dancer is bidding to end a bit of a lean spell for the trainer.
Well, that's a worry. There's no question this horse, he had a really good time, I think, last year, won 3 handicaps. He just hasn't reproduced it generally this season, and the yard is very quiet.
Flags up for the 7th and final race here at Kempton Park on Lanzarote Hurdle Day. Let's head up to Mark.
For the Unibet Handicap Hurdle over 2 miles. And they start at the beginning of the home straight with Magic Dancer, the first into stride. Towards the outside, Minella for Leisure racing in second. Dino Velvet is in third, and Oakley fourth as they cross over the first flight of hurdles. In fifth position was Speed Company, and then on the inside, Eddie Maurice. Towards the outside, John Constable, and the back marker is Old Harry Rocks. On towards flight number 2, Minella for Leisure now comes up alongside Magic Dancer over the second flight. A break of about 3 lengths back to Dino Velvet, who just has third. Oakley is in fourth. A further couple of lengths back to Speed Company in fifth. He in turn is 2.5 lengths clear of Eddie Maurice, who's on the inside of John Constable, and the back marker Old Harry Rocks as they make the turn past the stables and go now towards flight number 3. The leader is Richard Patrick aboard Magic Dancer, bidding for his second course and distance success. Towards the outside, Minella for Leisure racing in second. He was fifth in this race 12 months ago. Dino Velvet with the white blaze is towards the inside racing in third. The recent winner at Ludlow, Oakley, is in fourth. And then Speed Company in fifth as they cross over flight number 3. Still the last trio are Eddie Maurice, who's on the inside of John Constable, and the back marker Old Harry Rocks, and they go over flight number 4. And at the fourth flight of hurdles, Minella for Leisure and Bryony Frost had the clear lead. To in second, Magic Dancer on the inside rail. Back in third position, Oakley, and then Dino Velvet. So Dino Velvet just stumbled slightly there going around that turn, or going into it, but he's still there in fourth position. Didn't lose any real ground. Then a break of a couple of lengths to Speed Company, who's racing up on the outside of Eddie Maurice, the winner here at the Christmas meeting, and still about 3 lengths back to Old Harry Rocks, who has now relegated John Constable to be the back marker, and John Constable is being niggled along. They've gone through halfway. Going now towards the fourth from home. Minella for Leisure towards the outside of Magic Dancer. These are still the first two. Dino Velvet and then Oakley with making a little bit of ground. Speed Company towards the outside. And then Eddie Maurice, and they're going now towards the third from home. Minella for Leisure and Magic Dancer have always been the first two. Dino Velvet still with Oakley just on their heels in third and fourth, and stepping at that flight was Minella for Leisure. That was quite a significant error. He really did step through that flight of hurdles, but he's still there with a share of the lead. With Magic Dancer on his inside, Dino Velvet trying to push up right on the inside rail, but there was no room at the inn. Around the outside is Oakley, followed by Speed Company and then Eddie Maurice. And this group of six have now pulled a long way clear of Old Harry Rocks and John Constable. They're on the turn. They've got 3 furlongs to go. And Magic Dancer once again claims the advantage. Oakley now in the red and white checks is going to stay on to try and take second. Around the outside, Speed Company is now beginning to make his presence felt. On the inside, Dino Velvet is now being asked for more. Eddie Maurice is trying to pick up, and they race towards the second from home. Speed Company not that fluent towards the near side, and Magic Dancer still has the lead over Oakley in second. Speed Company in third, and then Eddie Maurice, and then Dino Velvet. They race down towards the final flight. Oakley is the one who will come and try and take the lead at the final flight, and he did so over Magic Dancer, who's tenacious and battling back. Speed Company with a length and a half to find. They've got a half furlong to go. It's Oakley towards the near side who quickens up the best, and Oakley for back-to-back wins. Magic Dancer and Speed Company followed back in fourth by Eddie Maurice.
Well, he was the horse in the race open to the most progression, more of a National Hunt type than most, and Oakley has made it 2 wins and as many starts, and has obliged here for Tom O'Brien and Philip Hodds at odds of 9-2. Magic Dancer has run an awful lot better than many of the stable's horses of late, and Kerry Lee will be encouraged by that, and Speed Company travelled up well but didn't really find.
No, it's a bit like Doncaster. He is well handicapped, but he's not finishing off his races. The winner's done well.
They've